It's 1933,
Deines Volkes, gib du jetzt eine Stimme ab, wenn ja!
and Adolf Hitler has just become Chancellor of Germany. He promised to rebuild the nation and make it great again after years of crisis. Many people believe his words, hoping for a change. But behind his promises lies a plan for total control, built on fear, propaganda, and hate, that will soon turn Germany into a dictatorship. But who was Hitler, and how did he rise to power? Germany in 1933 was struggling. The Great Depression had left millions of people without work. There was poverty, hunger, and despair everywhere. Many people lost faith in democracy. They blamed the Treaty of Versailles for Germany's humiliation after World War I. What they wanted was a strong leader, someone who could bring back pride and stability. In this chaos, Adolf Hitler and his Nazi party rose to power. He promised jobs, unity, and hope for a new beginning. On January 30th, 1933, Hitler became Chancellor of Germany, the very first step carrying out his master plan, the ideas he had written down in his book Mein Kampf, which means My Struggle. Adolf Hitler was born in Austria 1889. When he was a teenager, both of his parents died. As a young man, he wanted to become an artist, but he was rejected by the Art Academy in Vienna. Later, he fought in World War I. Germany's defeat had a big impact on him and helped shape his extreme nationalist ideas. These experiences turned him into the man who would later join the Nazi Party, the NSDAP, short for Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterspartei, or in English, the National Socialist German Workers' Party. Hitler became popular because of his powerful speeches. He spoke at big events and convinced many people to believe in his ideas. Germany in the 1920s and early 1930s was a country in chaos. After World War I and the Treaty of Versailles, the nation felt humiliated and struggled to recover. The economy collapsed and unemployment grew fast, and many people lived in poverty. Anger and frustration spread everywhere. The Weimar Republic, a kind of nickname for Germany after World War I, tried to keep control. But many Germans lost faith in democracy. In this time of crisis, a young Austrian soldier named Adolf Hitler began to rise. He had fought in the war and turned his anger in extreme nationalism. He joined the Nazi Party and quickly became its leader. Through his powerful speeches and clever propaganda, he created common enemies to blame, like Jews, Sinti and Roma, homosexuals, and communists. He promised unity, strength, and a new beginning for Germany. Once in power, he moved fast to take full control. Hitler used people's fear and frustration to his advantage and gained mass support. A fire in the Reichstag, the building of the German parliament, gave him an excuse to pass emergency laws that took away people's rights and crushed his political opponents. Soon after, the Enabling Act allowed him to make laws without parliament, giving him almost unlimited power. Through propaganda, fear, and violence, Hitler turned Germany from a weak democracy into a brutal dictatorship. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, not because you have to, but because every click opens a new story. See you in the next one. Another tiny story waiting to be told.